The truth is out there.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Toyworld SPACERACER. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have a nice image of SPACERACER. His name is SPACERACER. On this side of the box, Toyworld. On this side of the box, nothing. On the top of the box, rocks. On this side of the box, we just have some imagery there of the Ark. On the back of the box, we have things and stuff that I cannot read, and you have Sad Pac-Man! And that's basically it for the packaging. It's rare I get to do Sad Pac-Man for Transformers reviews. It's like a treat. I'm sure it's a treat for you, too. Why is he screaming in my ear? Because it's fun. It's fun to scream in your ear. Sorry. Not sorry, but sorry. Also included is the collector's card with that same image there of SPACERACER. And on the back, you have his tech specs. If that interests you, hooray for cards. So moving right along, here we have SPACERACER, which is Toyworld's take on Cosmos. And I love this figure. I love it. I fell in love with him the second I took him out of the box. He is just so cool, in my opinion, anyway. So he is. He's a little spaceship, little green spaceship. And we'll get in close here so we can take a look at the details with the little guns sticking out the front there. Nice gold paint. It's not yellow, so it's not too inaccurate. It's supposed to be yellow, but they used the gold, and I don't mind that one bit. I think it looks great on him. I think it looks very nice, in my opinion. Got some nice silver there. And that dark blue, a little bit of black in there. Looks very nice. And of course, you got the top of his head just poking out there, as it should. And it's going around, a little spaceship there. These little thrusters in the back. More molded detail. The bottom is actually nicely molded. Done in gold plastic with some black there. Looks quite nice. Quite nice. So, you have that. And for comparison, here it is with iGear's version of Cosmos. So you can see how they look together. And here he is with the Generations/Titans Return version of Cosmos. So you can see how they look together. And here he is with Masterpiece Bumblebee. So you can see how they look together. So I have that. I don't own a G1 Cosmos. Sorry, so there's no precious comparison this time around. Sorry. But there you go. Now, also included with this figure is this thing right here. You get a big piece of base here. And basically what Toyworld is doing now is they're including these big hunks of, they're basically chain bases. And the more you get, you can just connect them all and actually form a little backdrop for your toys, which is quite nice. And you only get one piece, unfortunately, but it's nicely done. It's a nice, nice solid piece. It works. Got some nice detailing in there. And yeah, you do also get a little baggie here of these connection pieces. So when you have them hooked together, you can just take them and connect them so they don't fall apart on you. And with Cosmos, or SPACERACER rather, you get this little flight stand piece right here, just done in transparent plastic, and it connects in a few spots. You can connect it here, you can connect it right here, you can connect it right here. There's also a post in the back, so if you want to, if you're using this as a wall, you can take this and plug it in like that. And how this works is there is just this port right here. This is a totally separate piece. It just plugs in right underneath, and you just take that and plug that onto the base. And if you're using this as a wall, you can have that going on, which is pretty cool. So you can do that if you want to. Or you can just plug it in to any of these spots right here if you're using it as a floor. And just plug it in like that. And have him taking off. So you got some options there for your display, which is nice. It's appreciated. So there you go. You got that going on right there. And the base piece itself comes in its own box here, Toyworld. Don't get it wet. It's like a gremlin. It's not old enough to drink. And praise the box. Praise the box, as a box should be praised. Oh, Okay. Anyway, so there you have that. So there you have everything that is included with Space Racer, and yeah, he's just a cool little spaceship, little green spaceship. I love it. I love it. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? So, first thing you want to do is just come down to the sides here and just untap those and just bring those out a bit. You want to come down here. You want to remove this base plug thing, this connector piece. That's a better word than base plug thing. This connector piece for the flight stand. This is totally optional. If you don't plan on using this, you can just take this and toss it in a drawer and never think about it again. But you can store this in robot mode, and I'll show that once we finish the transformation. So put that off to the side for now. These panels, you can just bring these down. This section right here just comes up on this double hinge. You want to take these little panels here and just flip them in, and that will just flip up against his back like that. Once you do that, you can come up front here, just push in the guns, and they're just on sliders. There's a tab right there. You just take them and whoop, slide them out. That's how those work. And then you just take the legs and you bring them down, split them if they haven't split themselves already, and you just extend the leg, bring the foot forward, take this panel, flip that in, flip that up. Now you have a foot all done. Second verse, same as the first. Bring that down, bring that up, flip, flip, and the legs all done. You just take the crotch panels here and just bring those down. These little panels right here, you just flip those in like that. At this point now, you do want to bring his head up, so just kind of get a hold here and just, it'll be a little hard to get his head up. Come on, get up, get up, get up. You can do it, man. Get up. There we go. Just pop his head up there. And once you do that, you can take the arms and swing them up. It does help. You can see they kind of get caught up on his waist there, that section. So you do want to rotate his waist to the side so you have the clearance to just swing that all the way up. And swing that other arm all the way up. And then we can bring his waist back. And you want to take the waist and slide it forward like that. And now we'll work on his arms. The arms are quite simple. You just want to take this section here and just swing that around. And you can see there's a little nub right there. It's going to just thoop. There's a thooping point. It's going to kind of thoop in there. So just swing around and it'll thoop. And then you just extend the arm like that. Then you open up this panel right here, which is pretty tight on mine. Open. There you go. Open up that panel and flip out his hand. Then close that up, and that will just sit right there. Got little guns. And do the same thing on the other arm. Just swing that around. Let it thoop into place. Extend the arm. Open up this panel. Flip out the hand. Close that up. Swing that around. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. We're done. And there you have Space Racer, aka Cosmos, in his robot mode. And I absolutely love him. Look at him. Look at him. He's just a pudgy little robot man. Look at him. Look at him. I'm sorry. He's just so cute. He's so cute. I love him. I love him so much. But there you go. There you have little Cosmos. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. There's his noggin. Again, you have that nice gold paint there on the face. Nice bright blue for the eyes. Got that big red dome going on. Again, all the details we've seen in spaceship mode. Very nicely done. Again, a lot of this nice gold plastic. The gold plastic also does have a little bit of a, I don't know how well you can see, but it has a little bit of sparkle to it. I don't know how well it comes off on camera, but there's a little sparkle. A little sparkly going on there. A little sparkly. But quite cool. Big old feet. And as far as the backpack goes, that's pretty much all you have as far as the backpack goes. So everything transforms nice and cleanly. So yeah. Now, as I said earlier, you can store the flight stand connector in his robot mode, and there's just a post right there, and you just take it and just plug it onto his butt. There you go. So you can store that. If you plan on using it, you can store it right back there. Again, if you have no intention of using this, take this, chuck it in a drawer. Never think about it again, but there is storage for it in robot mode if you want to. Unfortunately, I have not found any way to be able to connect this on him to where you can actually use the flight stand with him in his robot mode, and that's a bit unfortunate, but oh well, it is what it is. But you can store that right back there if you wish. So, there you go. Now, as far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint. So you have some wiggly, waggly, wiggly, waggly going on. Of course, full 360-degree range of rotation. You can look up a little bit. You can look down a little bit. The shoulders, as you can see, are on a ball joint. So you have some forward and backward movement there. You can do a full 360. Can go in and out. One little nitpick I do have is I do wish these sections right here, actually locked in somewhere instead of kind of weebly wobbling around. But, well. He does seem to have a bicep swivel, but it is really, really, really tight, and I don't want to force it, but there is a bicep swivel there. Elbow joint, you get 90 degrees of bend. You do have a wrist swivel. These guns right here on a hinge. You can kind of angle those however you want. He does have a waist swivel right there, and these hip pieces can move out of the way to accommodate the leg movement as well as the side pieces. Legs can move forward that far, can move back. But, well, this is getting in the way. Boop, there we go. Move that, there you go. Back, that far, outward. You can do the full splits. You do have a thigh swivel in there. You do have 90 degrees of bend at the knee. And the feet, they can't move up, but they can move down all the way due to transformation. You do have to move these panels out of the way to do that. And you do have complete and total ankle tiltage there. So, he's pretty poseable. Let's plug this back there. Just bring those back down. And there you go. Now, he does have one gimmick that doesn't really work on my copy of this toy. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab the top of his head here, and it's supposed to spin. And what happens is it'll change his eyes. And on mine, this is just super, super tight, and it's super tight. I can't really get it to move. You're just supposed to twist the top of his head, and the eyes spin around and reveal another set of eyes. And it's really nothing dramatic. It's literally, you just have these wider eyes here, and the other eyes are just squintier eyes. That's the whole effect. Just squinty eyes, wide eyes. Not anything dramatic. But on mine, I can't get it to work because this just does not want to spin. It just doesn't. Then his head wants to sink down when I'm trying, and yeah, it doesn't really work on my copy of the toy. I've seen videos where it does work. Just on mine, that doesn't want to work. It's just way, way too tight, and there's nothing I can do to loosen that up. There's not even a screw back here or anything, so I don't know if I want to try to fix it or if I even care. I really don't care. I like the eyes the way they are, but it's a thing you can do if you want to. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with iGear's version of Cosmos. So you can see how they look together. Here he is with the Generations / Titans Return Cosmos. So you can see how they look together. And here he is with Masterpiece Bumblebee. You can see how they look together. So there you have that. And yeah, there you have Space Racer, aka Cosmos. I love this little guy. I love him so much. He's just a pudgy little robot man. Look at him. Look at him. Anyway, I love him. He's just adorable and quite cool. He's a fun toy. He's definitely a fun toy. I do have my little complaints. Like I said, I wish these pieces actually, locked in some way. Sometimes the thooping point here can kind of come unthooped. So maybe, that could have been a little more secure. But all in all, though, I think he's really cool. I think he's really fun. Oh, and yeah, another complaint is, the eye gimmick just doesn't work on mine anyway. yeah, apparently that's just the case of my copy. Just super tight, just does not work. But it's kind of a pointless gimmick anyway. So really, not all that upset about it. But all in all, though, he's a really fun toy. He's just adorable, and yeah, and you get the little piece here of a base that you can display him on, which is appreciated. And of course, the more of these toys you buy, the more pieces of these bases you'll get, and you can actually build yourself a little diorama there, which is pretty cool. So there you go. So if you would like this or any of Toy World's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Toy World Space Racer, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Hey Cosmos, you're back! So, how are things up there? They say that in space, no one can hear you scream. But I shot 2 Decepticons up there, and you know what? They screamed. And I heard it. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to take that literally. They screamed so loud! How could anyone not hear it? Yeah, I'm gonna go back inside. That's just the backdrop. I'm killing the illusion here. I'm gonna go this way. I can still hear the screaming.